My name's Philip Maundrot. I'm one of the co-directors and owners of Unique Senior Care. This video is to talk to you about our visiting hourly service, the kind of things that you can expect from us, how long it takes to put care in place, and the kind of services that we're able to provide. And we hope this should provide you with a good starting point when you're on this journey to find care for your loved one or for yourself.
So the areas we cover out in the community, we cover Warwickshire, which is Stratford-upon-Avon, Leamington Spa, Warwick, and surrounding areas. We also have another branch in Kenilworth, so Kenilworth and Coventry, and we also have another branch in Solihull, so Solihull, Knoll, and surrounding areas as well.
We can provide ad hoc care on a short-term basis for people that have a short-term need. We like to think that's a minimum of a week, and that service can be put in place fairly quickly for people that may have been discharged from hospital and post-operative surgery or having had a fall.
We've had quite a few instances where people have been in a really desperate situation and we've managed to go out, get a consultation done and get that care in place really quickly for people. Depending on the size of your package, depends on how many caregivers you would get. We do like to try and keep it to a minimum because that client continuity is really important.
We keep the service consistent. We send the same person as much as possible, and we try not to send anyone that's completely new without introduction. But understandably, our staff don't work all hours of the day or 7 days a week. So you need to expect to get a team of caregivers, typically 2 or 3, depending on the number of calls per day. But we keep it consistent, consistent people at consistent times, so that you get to see the same person as much as you possibly can.
If mum, dad, for example, doesn't gel, doesn't get on with the carer, we have a responsibility to you as a family member, and obviously responsibility to mum and dad to take that carer out as soon as possible and replace them with somebody else that we feel would be suitable for them. We do match as much as possible. So at consultation stage, when the care manager comes out to speak to you all and talk you through the whole process, she will get a really, really good understanding of mum, dad, for example, their likes, dislikes, how they like things done, etc. And we will try and match as much as possible the carer to mum or dad, so that everything gets off to a really good start.
They are prepared to help you with your housework, your shopping, companionship, your personal care, helping you with your finances. They literally will go above and beyond for you.
They can assist with medicational needs. They can prepare and cook all meals from scratch. They also can promote hydration because that's really important. And we are there to help and assist from the moment that a client, for example, gets up in the morning, to personal care breakfast, to the point that they go to bed in the evening and they need that personal care and help getting into bed as well.
All of our care staff join us with various experiences. Sometimes they come to us with extensive experience from working for another company. And then we have others who join us who are completely new to the industry. In many instances, those people have already had personal experience of caring for a family member. But even those that have had no experience of caring for family members, we ensure that when everyone leaves our training department, they're all appropriately trained to be able to deliver whatever service they're expected to with our clients. So you can expect that consistency and quality of care from every single caregiver that we send. The hourly cost for providing care at home is currently £39 an hour, and that rate applies Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. After 8 p.m. and before 8 a.m. in the morning, so you've got a late call or an early call, it's £40 an hour. And then Saturdays and Sundays, £41 an hour, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And for later calls or earlier calls, so after 8 o'clock, before 8 o'clock in the morning, it's £42 an hour. One additional service we've introduced this year is to give people an opportunity for a 2.5-hour period of support, companionship, respite, for any other reason really, cleaning, housework. And for that, we will provide a 2.5-hour period of care for £70 any time between the hours of 10 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That means starting after 10 or at 10 o'clock, finishing before 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The benefit of this is that it may be we're providing support for the husband of a wife who wants to go out and do a shopping or get her hair done. Her husband's living with dementia, for example, and it means that she gets a 2.5-hour break to go and do whatever she wants. And naturally, we like to offer that kind of service because it's a quieter time of day for us, but can be quite useful to start a package of care for someone.
For us, it falls down to that quality piece again. We don't feel that we're able to provide good quality care and really give you the service that you need with shorter calls, which is why it is a minimum of an hour.
Anyone who is receiving care from us has a number of expectations, and it's best if we can give our clients time to have the service delivered in an appropriate way. There are care companies that will provide 30-minute or 15-minute visits. That's not us, and that's principally because you cannot provide a quality service in short visits. Care can be put in place relatively quickly. It's not unusual for us to take a call in the morning, visit in the afternoon, and start in the evening.
So dependent on the client's needs, we could work to your requirements, so that the quicker for you, the better we can get that done. If it's something that's not so urgent, we work along to your timescales.
If you feel that your needs have changed, or if one of our caregivers picks up, that there might be something slightly off, or you could do with some extra support, then we would arrange to come out and do a service review with you earlier than planned. We can look at changing your call times, changing what's involved within your calls. We can be really flexible with that because we know people's needs do change throughout their journey with us. So that's something we are super flexible with.
So hopefully this would have answered many questions that you may have in relation to hourly care. Should we not have answered any key questions that you may have, please pick up the phone. That's what we're here for. There's always a friendly voice here to speak to you and answer any questions that you may have.